Sura Yasin, verses 59 to 62. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وامتازوا اليوم أيها المجرمون ألم أحد إليكم يا بني آدم ألا تعبدوا الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين وأن اعبدوني هذا صراط مستقيم ولقد أضل منكم جبلا كثيرا أفلم تكونوا تأكلون. And they will be told, get aside this day, O you guilty ones. Did I not make a covenant with you, O children of Adam, that you should not serve the Satan? Verily he is a manifest foe to you, and that you should serve me. This is the straight path. And yet he has led astray a great number of you. Did you not then understand? The separation of the guilty ones from the righteous ones is according to the divine justice, who say that the faithful and the pagan are not equal. The Quran says, is he then who is a believer like him who is a transgressor? They are not equal. أَفَمَنْ كَانَ مُؤْمِنًا كَمَنْ كَانَ فَاسِقًا لَا يَسْتَوُونَ. This is in Surah Sajda, verse number 18. In the verses under discussion, a short part of the fate of the hellish people and the followers of Satan is referred to. The first is that the Quran implies that on that day, with a contemptuous tone, it will be said to the guilty ones to get aloof from the believers. The Quran says, and they will be told, get you aside this day, O you guilty ones. وَامْتَازُوا الْيَوْمَ أَيُّهَا الْمُجْرِمُونَ. Yasin number 59. It was you who in the world had substituted yourself deceitfully in the rows of the believers, and sometimes took benefit of their honor and credit. Now you must separate your rows from there and appear in your own real feature. This is in fact the actualization of the promise of Allah in Surah Sadr, number 38, verse number 28. He says, shall we treat those who believe and do good like the mischief makers in the earth, or shall we make the pious ones like the wicked? أَمْ نَجْعَلُ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ كَالْمُفْسِدِينَ فِي الْأَرْضِ أَمْ نَجْعَلُ الْمُتَّقِينَ كَالْفُجَّارِ. However, the apparent of the verse under discussion refers to the separation of rows of the guilty ones from those of the believers. Though the commentators have delivered some other probabilities among them in the separation of the rows of the guilty ones from each other, and every group of them will be a definite line. The next verse refers to the expressive rebukes and blames of Allah unto the sinners on the day of the hereafter, and says, did I not make a covenant with you, O children of Adam, that you should not serve Satan? Verily he is a manifest foe to you. أَلَمْ أَحَدْ إِلَيْكُمْ يَا بَنِي آدَمَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا الشَّيْطَانَ إِنَّهُ لَكُمْ عَدُوٌّ مُبِينٌ. This divine covenant has been taken from man in different ways, and he has repeatedly mentioned this matter to him. At first, on the day when the children of Adam were living on the earth, they were addressed by this word of Allah, saying, O children of Adam, let not Satan seduce you, as he expelled your parents from the garden, stripping them both of their clothing, and that he might expose unto them their shameful paths. Surely he sees you, he and his tribe, from where you do not see them. We have made the Satans the friends of those who do not believe. This is in Surah Al-A'raf number 7, verse number 27. يا بني آدم لا تفتننكم الشيطان كما أخرج أبويكم من الجنة ينزع عنهما لباسهما ليريهما سوآتهما إنه يراكم هو وقبيله من حيث لا ترونهم إنا جعلنا الشياطين أولياء للذين لا يؤمنون. Then this very warning was expressed by the tongues of the divine messengers, as in Surah Az-Zukhruf number 43, verse 62 says, And let not Satan prevent you, surely he is a manifest enemy. وَلَا يَسُدَنَّكُمُ الشَّيْطَانُ إِنَّهُ لَكُمْ عَدُوٌّ مُبِينٌ. And in Surah Al-Baqarah number 2, verse number 168, we recite, And do not follow the footsteps of Satan, surely he is a manifest foe for you. وَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا خُطُوَاتِ الشَّيْطَانِ إِنَّهُ لَكُمْ عَدُوٌّ مُبِينٌ. On the other side, this covenant has also been taken in the world of nature with the tongue of bestowing wisdom on men, because the intellectual proofs clearly testify that man should not obey the command of the one who has been his enemy from the first day, and has set him out from paradise, and has sworn to seduce the children of Adam from the third side by the divine constitution and innate disposition of all human beings upon monotheism and the restriction of obedience for the pure essence of Allah. This covenant has also been taken from men, and thus not only by one mere language but also by several languages this divine recommendation has been performed, and this promise and covenant has been signed. By the way, we recite in a narration from Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, who said, Whoever obeys a person in committing sin, he has worshipped him. In another tradition, Imam Bakir alayhi salam said, Whoever listens to a speaker and accepts his statement, he has worshipped him. If the speaker reiterates the ordinance of Allah, he has worshipped Allah. But if the speaker speaks from the side of Satan, he has worshipped Satan. In the third verse, for more emphasis and stating the duty of the children of Adam, it says, And that you should serve me, this is the straight path. وَأَنِ اعْبُدُونِي هَذَا صِرَاطٌ مُسْتَقِيمٌ. From one side, he has taken the covenant from men that they should not obey Satan, because he has proved his enmity and hatred from the first day. Which wise person follows the command of his ancient and manifest foe? And in the opposite side, he has taken a covenant that he obeys God, and God has defined its reason by saying, This is the right path. هَذَا صِرَاطٌ مُسْتَقِيمٌ. This, in fact, is the best motivation for human beings. Because, for instance, when it happens that a person finds himself in the middle of a dry and hot desert and sees his soul, his wife, and children, as well as all his wealth, in the danger of the thieves and wolves, the most important thing he may think of is finding the straight way towards the destination, a way which can lead him easier and sooner to the point of safety. However, it is understood from this meaning that this world is not the abode of residence, because the path is shown to the person who passes the passage and he has a destination in front of him. Again, for being more acquainted with this clear and dangerous enemy, in the 4th verse it says, "And yet he has led a great number of you. Did you not then understand? وَلَقَدْ أَضَلَّ مِنْكُمْ جِبِلًّا كَثِيرًا أَفَلَمْ تَكُونُوا تَأْكِلُونَ." Do you not see that how many miseries Satan has provided his followers? Have you not studied the history of the ancient nations to see how painful and evil fates his followers had? The ruins of their afflicted cities are in front of your eyes, and their sorrowful end is clear for anyone who has the least understanding and thought. Then why do you not take earnest the enmity of the one who has repeatedly shown the examination of his enmity? You make friends with him again, and even you choose him as your leader and as your own friend. The Quranic term Jibil, as Raqib says in Mufradat, is the same as society and group, and the application of the Arabic term Kathir is for emphasis concerning the followers of Satan, who form a great number of people. However, a safe wisdom requires that man should seriously avoid such dangerous foe who shows no mercy to anyone, and his praise are seen all over the soil of destruction everywhere, and he should not let himself be in negligence. As Amirul Mu'minin Ali alayhi salam, the aware leader, in one of his sermons addressing the people, attracts their attention to this fact by saying, "Therefore, O servants of Allah, you should fear lest Satan infects you with his disease, that is pride, or leads astray through his calls, and marches on you with his horsemen and footmen, because, by my life, he has put the dangerous arrow in the bow for you, has stretched the bow very strongly, and has aimed at you from a nearby position." And he, Satan, said, "O Lord, because you have left me astray, certainly I will adorn evil to them on the earth, and certainly I will cause them all to go astray." And this is found in Surah Al-Hijr, number 15, verse number 39. قال رب بما أغويتني لأزينن لهم في الأرض وَلَأَغْوِيَنَّهُمْ أَجْمَعِينَ. While Allah was not the cause who misled, but his low desire, but Satan's low desire, while Allah was not the cause of his mislead, but his low desire made him astray. And really, it is surprising that we choose such an enemy as our friend. Sadaqallahul Aliyul Azim wa sadaqa Rasulallahul Karim wa nahnu ala dhalika minash shahidin wa shakirin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.